Hey guys, my name's Joshua. I'm behind JJO Gaming. This is going to be kind of like a rambly and updatey video because it's going across several platforms, both YouTube and Instagram here. If you don't know me, again, my name's Joshua. I established JJO Gaming about last year around October-ish. I've been collecting Pokemon cards since around 2021, but it was really only last year that I got started with the vending and doing like stuff more in the public eye. That being said, I actually did end up buying Evolving Skies and Fusion Strike back in 2021. It's kind of funny to see these screenshots now around $160 and $100 a box, thinking that them falling from 100 to 100 or from 100 to 90 would have been like the biggest fear back then. It's kind of funny looking back on it. With that being said, again, just a few updates here. First, you should see that we have updated our logo. It was done by a good friend of mine, Mana, over at Chibi Cabra. We've also made a website over at jjogaming.com. You should find more information about upcoming events, both that I'll be at and the ones that I'm hosting. There should be resources and a bunch of other stuff related to Baltimore and the cardboard space within the Baltimore area. I also want to do these videos because I will be establishing like a retail front, so it'd be kind of cool to update you guys on all of that happening as well. Second, for the second Sunday, October 10-12 show, we should be pretty much completely full, but please feel free to apply, just be added to the wait list, and just so I can grab your information for future shows. This one is going to be out of the Arbutus Volunteer Fire Department. It's about 10 minutes away from the Ravens Stadium, so if you are going to the Ravens game on, again, 10-12, you should be able to stop by, have a good time, get some cardboard, and then go over there. This is a trading card specific show, so just know that before you come out. So if you're looking for sports, it's probably not really going to be your thing. To highlight some of the people that we have here, it's going to be Haunter Collects, Dreepy Hollow, Trash Pumpkin, TCG Will, Tradewin Collectibles, DB Game Exchange, The Platypus Party, Catch and Release, Ma Volt, and Slab Bunny. For the show happening in December, the Baltimore Christmas Card Show, tables are currently up again at my website, jjogaming.com. They start around $65 and the show will be $5, but it'll also have sports and a few more things there for you. With that out of the way, since this is an update video, just want to go over some of like the things that I've picked up in the recent week and so on and so forth. Back here, much like everybody else, just some of my favorite cards. That Bubble Mew I actually ended up pulling myself and it came back a 10, which was really cool. This is a recent pickup. It's just a hidden face pack. Came with a cool kind of acrylic thing. Kind of damaged, so not the best, but again, kind of cool thing. Probably just end up selling this a little bit differently. Here's some sealed promos. Got Snorlax, Lucario, and a cool little Pikachu there. This one is actually for going in my PC. It's a cool little Flygon. Up here, I don't know if the camera will catch it very well. There is like an actual swirl there. It is also from Dragon Cosmos, and it is a 10. This is only a pop 64. I recently picked this up from JM's Garage, as there was a vendor there by the name of EV Ducks. So really cool pickup. Probably one of the few things that are actually going to stay in my PC for quite a little bit there. Next, we got some PSA 10 slabs. Some of these were picked up again from another recent vendor. Pretty cool stuff here. I believe that was from Cold Plunge TCG, if I'm getting that correctly. Pretty cool guy. I meet him quite often. Believe this Lucario, and then the Lapras was from him, but don't know what else. But cool little promos and a Mew. If you know, you know. Up here, got some pretty boring stuff. I'm gonna end up cracking these because this one is a 9 and this one is an 8. Kind of astonishing, but you know, wonder if this was one that PSA damaged or the person just didn't know, because there is quite a lot of stuff there. But I guess the Gamble Reno is always going to be worth it. So these will be cracked probably after this, and I don't know, they'll just be in the case. Up here, I have a lot of kind of older stuff. There is a lot of damage on these cards, but a lot of these are just honestly going for ones. If you take a look here, it looks like the guy used this as like a backstop for his homework or something like that. And again here, just completely destroyed on a lot of these older cards, unfortunately. But that's what's going to happen when, you know, cards are about 15 years old, so on and so forth. Really, really cool stuff here. And speaking of cool stuff, might have seen it in the background there. It is a Flygon, or sorry, not a Flygon, but the Latias. Wrong one. Again, all completely damaged, but going for PSA 1s there. Even the Latias, quite bad condition. But we'll see what PSA wants to do with these, as you know. And then we just have some modern stuff here at the front. Got a Dragonite, another fish, or sorry, another frog, Sylveon, and then some pretty cool tag teams through here. And then we got some pretty cool Japanese cards. Again, another swirl in the front. And then we got some English cards through here. This is a really cool one, first edition. Really, really clean. I don't know what I'm gonna go with on these older cards. It looks like most of them, if they come back like an 8 or even like a 9, or sorry, if they come back a 9, even an 8, a lot of them seem to go up a little bit. So, but I know at the same time, PSA is going to be a little bit more heavy-handed on the grades they assign to retro stuff here. And we have some cool promos. The guy I got this from, they also gave me the Moltres and I think the Zapdos as well. But this one was one that was worth grading. I don't think the other ones were, unfortunately. We have another cool promo here. I don't think there's a swirl in this one, unfortunately. And then a first edition for Alligator as well. Should have been probably flipping over more of these cards as I'm going along, just so we can document what we get back from PSA. These are also not the only cards I currently have at PSA. Well, I guess cards going to PSA. I have a bunch of other ones currently at PSA. So stick around to make sure you get the updates on those cards. This is another cool one. This is going to be a staff stamp Champions Festival, both of, I guess, really a Pikachu and an Eevee. I was looking around this card. There's like a Psyduck here, a Vivillon up here, got a statue of a Machamp right there. I actually don't know what this one's called, but we even have some Matangs through here, and I guess there's some down there as well. Matang, I don't know if that's Matang. I apologize, these newer Pokemon. They all kind of blend together. A little Froakie up there as well. Have a Fishy Boy. This was another one from Cold Plunge as well. Unfortunate damage there. But that's how some of these cards are. Cool Rayquaza. And then just some more. These cards were originally in the pile to get graded, but didn't know if these were gonna hit. Just because, again, the 8s versus like the 9s. I know on this, the Erica's Vileplume, like this one, I was turning them over, and really through here was pretty bad. And then really even these corners are pretty bad, so this was probably like 7 or something. Maybe like a 6. And then same thing with the Moltres. Up here and through here. And then finally, I also recently got into picking up some One Piece cards. These are just going to be some of the cheaper cards through here. I love the art. I'm not completely caught up on One Piece quite yet, but should probably just start watching it. I finished most of the Doflamingo arc, so I guess I'm what, two-thirds of the way through. So not too far off from where we are in the series. Just have to kind of sit down and watch it. But so busy with other things. And then for the bigger One Piece stuff, we got cool little silvers through here, a Bonnie, beautiful boa, Riju, Goku, yeah, Sengoku, Luffy, Katakuri. Sorry, Nico Robin. The Katakuri is coming later. It looks a lot like this card. I'm sorry, the light was there. Stussy, another Boa, Otama, Koala, Gum Gum. These cards go crazy too. The abilities in One Piece, completely insane. Beautiful art. Bartholomew, Sugar, Victoria. This is the Katakuri that I was thinking of a little bit earlier. And then back here we have the the Demon Aura. Really beautiful artwork. So yeah, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. Should be having a lot of updates through here. Really appreciate everybody for both coming out to the shows and, you know, being a part of the community here in the local area. So again, big thank you to the folks who follow.